Alrighty, let's head over to the NFL and break down what we saw yesterday, or last night, I should say. Packers at Cardinals, and it's coming down to the wire. A great game all around, and the Packers end up squeezing it out and winning 24-21. Now, unfortunately, we all know how this game ended. A.J. Green not looking back at the ball, miscommunication, not on the same page with Kyla Murray, doesn't even look back to the ball, and that's an easy interception for the Packers corner, and that's an easy win for the Packers as the Cardinals were driving, looking for the touchdown to win. They were already in field goal position to tie it to go into overtime, but then the interception comes. Truly unfortunate, and it comes off of Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers not being able to get it done in the red zone right there. We get a nice long drive here, but Aaron Rodgers on 4th and goal from the 1 yard line, they want to go for it. It gets batted. The pass gets batted. It's incomplete. And then the Cardinals take over. Still only a 3-point game with 3 minutes left. And they go 95 yards. And that's when the interception happens. So this Packers team got bailed out a little bit. And, you know, I want to really, when we talk about this game, I really want to focus on the Cardinals red zone defense. We got 4 separate instances queued up here when we're going to watch some tape of this Cardinals defense getting it done in the red zone, because they make you work for every yard and every point that you really want to score in the red zone. And we'll see what they kind of rank all around red zone wise, percentage touchdown, and how many field goals they give up compared to the rest of the league. I want to get to that. But back to, you know, this kind of play call here in the fourth quarter when the Packers are already up 3 points and, you know, you can't get it done. You've been kind of getting a little bodied in the red zone. Yes, they were able to score 2 touchdowns in the red zone, but they also came with a field goal drive stall in the red zone and then a turnover on downs in the red zone like we see right here. So Matt LaFleur maybe getting a little too aggressive. You would probably say that Aaron Rodgers definitely influenced this decision going back to last season, you know, against the Buccaneers in the NFC Championship game, where they kick a field goal and Aaron Rodgers was like, hey, why didn't you give me the ball? And then we know he goes on to Jeopardy and airs out that grievance as well. So once again, we get this kind of conflicting sides right here. Aaron Rodgers like, hey, no, if I'm in the red zone, we're going to go for it kind of all 4 times. And then you got kind of Matt LaFleur kind of being like, hey, well, we still need to win this game. He's the head coach, have to kind of keep everybody in check. So we've got, once again, these 2 dueling sides right here. You kick a field goal and you probably hit it. I mean, you're going to kick it would probably be like a 20-yard field goal. I mean, this is going to be easy peasy. Definitely surefire. And then you force the Cardinals to go down and score a touchdown. Yes, the interception, you know, was unfortunately bad. It wasn't on Kyla Murray. It was really kind of all on A.J. Green. He kind of single-handedly lost them the game. But, I mean, right here at the time of the play, it's 2nd and goal from the Green Bay 5 with 15 seconds left. So if they don't get that, then they go and kick the field goal for the game to go into overtime. But if Matt LaFleur kicked the field goal instead of going for it on 4th and goal from the 1 yard line, then, you know, you make the Cardinals drive the entire length of the field. So Matt LaFleur, maybe not the right decision. I'm really interested to see kind of how much Aaron Rodgers was kind of in Matt LaFleur's ear, because it was a passing play as well that did not go. Ball gets batted up in the air. Once again, great job by the Cardinals defense. So overall, the Packers escape with a 3-point win that kind of really was a little bit of a bailout, but let's not kind of focus in on that 100%. We will get back to that. But let's kind of go over some stats and all this. But once again, this Packers team, you know, Aaron Rodgers said, hey, this is a scrappy team, and they truly were scrappy last night. I mean, no Devontae Adams, no Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and no, who was the third? Alan Lazard. No big 3 receivers here for this Packers team, and they still were kind of moving the ball decently. They were able to still get 24 points. They were able to still kind of have the lead for the majority of the game. 7-7 game at the end of the first quarter. Then they go up 10-7. Then they go up 17-7. Then the Cardinals start to come back 17-14. And then the Packers go up 10 again, 24-14. Cardinals make it 24-21. So Cardinals really kind of playing from behind this entire game because the Packers were able to kind of scrap and scheme. And, they've got a great genius head coach and kind of play caller, Matt LaFleur. And then you got a great quarterback on the field. So, yeah, they're scrappy. They're finding ways to win with no players, with no superstar wide receivers to kind of carry the bulk of the work. I mean, we just saw like 2-3 games ago where Davante Adams had 200 yards receiving, folks. I mean, Aaron Rodgers truly relies on Davante Adams, and why would you not? I mean, he's your A1 tier 1 weapon. He's absolutely fantastic. Once again, utilize your weapons, please. We're seeing all these teams not utilizing their weapons. Utilize your weapons. Aaron Rodgers does, and why would you not want to be like Aaron Rodgers? So, utilize the weapons. So, yeah, very well done with this Packers team and Aaron Rodgers scrapping their way to a win here. Aaron Rodgers goes 22 of 37, which is only 59% completion percentage, 184 yards on 22 completions. Had to dink and dunk his way, and we're not going to kind of, judge him for that because of who he was having to kind of work with at his disposal. 2 touchdowns, fantastic, getting it done in the red zone. Unfortunately, also didn't get it done in the red zone, and that's what we're going to talk about when we get to that. This Cardinals red zone defense, really kind of want to hone in on that a little bit. But we'll get to that. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Real solid work here by Aaron Rodgers. The running game really kind of took off as well right here, and this was genius by Matt LaFleur to kind of call, we got 16 carries for A.J. Dillon, 15 carries for Aaron Jones, so about 30 rushes in total here. Fantastic, mixing up the run and the pass, exactly what you should have been doing because you didn't have your main 3 receivers. So once again, Matt LaFleur, a great head coach out here, and I don't think I like the tweet, unfortunately, but there is a stat going around where Matt LaFleur has the best record over a head coach's first 40 games. I think he's like 33-7 over his first 40 starts, which is the best in NFL history, folks. So obviously got to give Matt LaFleur credit. Yes, Matt LaFleur does have Aaron Rodgers, but you still got to kind of scheme and work your way. I mean, we're seeing this Packers team win close and tight literally every single game this season. They have had no real big blowout win right here. It's just a scrappy team, and once again they were scrapping all night last night as well. So shout out huge to Matt LaFleur for some good play calling. I don't know, I mean, it's tough right here. Going back to kind of this turnover on down situation when they're up 3 with about 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. You kick the field goal, you go up by 6 points. They need a touchdown. Don't settle for a field goal. It's not going to go into overtime if they kick a field goal and all that. So Matt LaFleur tries to be aggressive right here, and this is kind of the only thing we have a little bit of hesitation on buying into this Packers team. We're going to buy into them a little bit more, because of their performance last night. It's a real good performance with no weapons. But, not getting it done in the red zone, kind of struggling in the red zone. And, like I said, the Cardinals making them work in the red zone. It's not like the Packers only had like 1 play in the red zone and then they scored a touchdown on first and, goal from the 15-yard line. No. We're getting like third downs again and 4th downs and having to overcome all of that. So, we get this Packers team last season. That was kind of their big hiccup, not getting it done in the red zone in the NFC Championship game. And once again, they kind of struggled here in the big moment that once again should have resulted into a Packers loss. Unfortunately, the A.J. Green thing. So we will give the credit to the Packers for winning this game and looking good. But then we also have to have this that, they really shouldn't have probably won this game. A.J. Green, if you turn around for that ball, maybe he doesn't catch it, but then we get another chance at it on the next play, and if that doesn't work, then we get kind of an overtime potential, and we'd see what happens there. So we'll still give the Packers the credit. We're not saying we're not going to give them the credit that they deserve for winning the game and looking scrappy and winning how they did with all those big pieces, but we're also not going to sell the Cardinals. Everybody's kind of selling this Cardinals team now. People are saying that Kyla Murray's MVP performance was shattered in this game, and I don't necessarily agree with that. The 2 interceptions that he threw were both not on him. One off the hands of Rondale Moore, I believe, which is truly unfortunate because Rondale Moore has been having a true great start to this season. And it just bounces off of his hands, and it goes for an interception, and then the second interception, the game-winning one for the Packers. A.J. Green not on the same page there. All right, let's go back to these Packer stats quickly. Back to the rushing stats, and then we'll talk about the Cardinals. A.J. Dillon, 16 carries for 78 yards. Aaron Jones, 15 carries for 59 yards and a touchdown. Great running back by committee here for the Packers, and truly doing their part without all those receivers. So shout out to this Packers team. They're just all sound. This is a real sound offense. They don't get too high. They don't get too low. They're always in the games, and when they're kind of in these close games, you always feel like, yeah, this team is going to kind of get it done on this drive. We've seen this for the first 8 weeks. They have never blown out a team, but they're always in it, and they're scrappy, folks, and we just saw the scrappiness last night as well. So this Packers team, they will be rising in our power rankings. Where do we have them currently? We have them at... We don't even have the Packers in our top 10. Is that right? Oh, no, number 10 right there. So, yeah, we could definitely move them up this week. We update our power rankings on Tuesday show, so come back and we will update that later. So, yeah, very well done by the running game here. And then who was Aaron Rodgers throwing to because he didn't have his first 3 options out there? We get Aaron Jones, their running back, leading receiver, 7 receptions for 51 yards. Robert Tonyan, their tight end, 3 catches for 49 yards. Then we got finally a wide receiver, Juwan Winfrey, 4 catches, 30 yards. Josiah Deguara, 2 catches, 20 yards. Randall Cobb, 3 catches, 15 yards, 2 touchdowns, going to all reliable in the red zone right there. That's why you signed him. Bingo, bango. And then Aquen Mias St. Brown, 2 catches, 12 yards. So Aaron Rodgers, not weapons to work with, but he made it work, got it done, and that's what we expect from this scrappy Packers team. It's not all kind of shine and blowouts and anything like that. It's, scrappiness, winning close, making the plays when they need to, and that's absolutely fantastic. All right, now let's talk about this Cardinals team. Kyla Murray, a real great game played. Unfortunate, those 2 interceptions. But like we said, really none of them are his fault. Maybe if you want to say the kind of setup screen to Rondale Moore was a little high, maybe we can say that about the first interception. Let me make sure it was to Rondale Moore. I believe it was. Yeah, Rondale Moore. Maybe it was a little too high. It did kind of go off the fingertips a little bit, but it still should have been caught. And even if it wasn't caught, it shouldn't have bounced the way it did for just an easy pick grab right there. So Kyla Murray got the short end of the stick last night. His receivers not doing him justice. And how about that? His receivers that are kind of A.J. Green, the number 2 option, weren't doing him justice, but kind of the number 4, 5, 6 option there for the Packers were getting it done and helping Aaron Rodgers a little bit. So truly unfortunate there. We had the big throw to Kyla Murray had the big throw to DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins didn't let him down. A.J. Green, truly disappointing last night. But back to Kyla Murray. He goes 22 of 33, which is 66% completion percentage, 274 yards, was not dinking and dunking, truly airing it out. 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions like we know. And then the running game, obviously not as good as the Packers, and they kind of got away from the running game kind of at the end of the game a little bit. But in the beginning, this kind of running game was looking real good. Chase Edmonds, 7 carries, 30 yards. He scored a touchdown. James Conner, 5 carries, 22 yards. He scored 2 touchdowns. So rushing in the red zone there, beating the Packers. And then who was Kyla Murray throwing to? We had DeAndre Hopkins, 2 catches for 66 yards, the one that went big down the sideline. And then unfortunately he had a little bit of a hamstring cramp and really couldn't go for really the rest of the game. Truly unfortunate there, but a huge impact difference maker. And then A.J. Green needed to step up, and he just didn't. Big unfortunate here and big letdown. A.J. Green, 5 catches, 50 yards. Christian Kirk, 4 catches, 46 yards. Zach Ertz still getting it done out here, 4 catches, 42 yards. Chase Edmonds, 3 catches, 39 yards. And then Rondale Moore, 3 catches for 24 yards. So Kyla Murray spreading the ball around, hitting all of his targets, great completion percentage, and unfortunately, and look at this drive right here. Let's go to this last drive right here, right before the pick. Let's just kind of talk through this drive right here. So they start at their own 1-yard line, folks, with 3.5 minutes left to go, and they need a field goal to score and a touchdown to win. Let's just read what they did on this drive. A run for no gain, a pass incomplete, sets up a 3rd and 10, and then Kyla Murray deep to A.J. Green. So A.J. Green was getting it done on this drive, and then you just go and fly flounder. You had the miscommunication. You're not even looking back at the ball. You had no timeouts. Why would you even imagine it would be a running play in the red zone with no timeouts and 15 seconds left? I mean, you're not going to be able to get to the line and spike the ball most likely. So it's just mind-boggling. A brain fart, a brain fog by AJ Green cost them the game. How unfortunate. But he hit him earlier in the drive on 3rd and 10, 23 yards to pick up the first down. And then he goes back to Christian Kirk for 29 yards right after that play. And now we're at 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 47-yard line at the 2-minute warning. A 9-yard pass, a 6-yard pass, a run for no gain, a 22-yard pass to Edmonds. Sets him up at the 18-yard line, and a 9-yard run by Kyla Murray, and then a 1-yard run by Kyla Murray, and then a 3-yard run by Chase Edmonds. Sets up a 2nd and goal at the Green Bay 5 with 15 seconds left. No timeouts, but you've got 2 opportunities. A shot, and then you kick the field goal, but they only get 1 shot because AJ Green doesn't turn around, and it's an easy interception there by Douglas to seal the game. And then the wave by, the ultimate disrespect, but that's the disrespect that we love. Goodbye. Y'all thought y'all had it. Y'all thought you were driving on us, but goodbye. I got the ball. Oh, shucks. I got the ball in your stadium, and that means y'all lose. That means y'all have your first loss of the season, and that means goodbye to your undefeated season. Very well done to Douglas right there for the ultimate disrespect right there. Fantastic. Alrighty, so we broke down all kind of the stats, and I really want to just kind of take a look at the red zone defense here by the Arizona Cardinals because it is really good here, folks. And yes, they did give up 2 touchdowns, but they made the Packers work for them. It's hard to stop somebody for 1 play in the red zone, let alone 4 plays when they're constantly going for it on 4th down, and when you're forcing that kind of 3rd attempt right there, it's hard to get it done in the red zone. But this Cardinals team is showing real great defense in the red zone. So this is really why we're not selling the Cardinals at all on this kind of loss. We may have to move them down, and we are still going to raise the Packers in our power rankings. We'll see if the Cardinals are still our number 1 team come Tuesday. We got to definitely see what we see on Sunday when everybody else plays. But we can't sell this Cardinals team too much. Let's not sell this team and start kind of saying, okay, now this Cardinals team is not good anymore. They shouldn't have won. Kyla Murray was still playing flawless, really kind of football all night. No DeAndre Hopkins. The 2 interceptions that shouldn't have been interceptions. And then the red zone defense making the Packers work for it. So here we go. Arizona's defense. I don't think this has updated for last night's game. So I think this is the numbers coming into last night. And the numbers from last night kind of match up perfectly of what they've been doing all season. So classic, averages are averages for a reason. And we saw kind of the average play out live in a 1-game setting. So Arizona, they have been in the red zone defensively 18 times this season. So opponents have been in the red zone 18 times against this Arizona defense. And they've only given up a touchdown on 55%. So on 18 trips, about 9, right? And about 9. I think we actually have to round it up to 10 for the 55%. But either way, 55% result in a touchdown. And the others, only 2 given up field goals. So we have 18 trips, we got about 10 touchdowns and 2 field goals. So out of 18 trips, they've only scored points on 12 of those drives. So 6 other drives got no points, whether it was teams going for it on 4th down like we just saw last night, or missing a field goal, blocking a field goal, or all of that. So these are some great numbers right here. And when we look at where they compared to the rest of the NFL, everybody else is really above kind of 60% opponent touchdown percentage allowance in the red zone. We got who's below Arizona. We got Baltimore, 50% touchdown rate in the red zone on 18 trips, but they gave up 4 field goals, so more scoring there by Baltimore red zone defense. Then we have a 47% by Buffalo on 17 red zone trips, but they've also given up 3 field goals, so kind of on the same scoring pace. We get Chicago's defense, 45% allowance of touchdowns in the red zone on 20 trips, but they've also given up 5 field goals as well, so they're giving up more points overall. We get Cincinnati's defense, 52%, but they gave up on 19 red zone trips, but they give up 7 field goals. We get Denver's defense, 54%, but only on 11 trips in the red zone. That's real good defense right there, not allowing the teams in the red zone in the first place. But they've also got 4 losses, so does it really matter at the end? They give up the big plays. And they also gave up 3 field goals. What else do we got that's below what this Cardinals team is doing? We get the Rams at 52% on 21 trips, but then they give up 7 field goals. Then we get to New England's defense, 47% on 19 trips in the red zone, but then also give up 8 field goals. Then we get the New Orleans Saints defense, 35% red zone giving up in touchdowns given up in the red zone on only 14 trips, but then 6 field goals. We get the Jets defense, only give up 42% touchdown percent in the red zone on 21 trips, but give up 10 field goals. So, I mean, what we're seeing here, folks, is that this Cardinals defense does really not allow you to score touchdowns. And then when you if you don't score a touchdown, you're not really getting any points out here. So I just want to focus on this Cardinals red zone defense, making the opposing offense work for it in the red zone here. So we've got 4 separate instances queued up here. And these kind of numbers that we just read just kind of stack up exactly what we saw. 4 times in the red zone right here for the Packers. 2 result in a touchdown, 1 result in no points, and 1 result in a field goal. I mean, that's literally all the numbers that we just saw right here in this individual game. So they do this. This is what they do. This is what this Cardinals defense is all about here. So let's cue it up on this first one we got to take a look at here. We get first and goal. This is their field goal one that they have to settle for a field goal in. So here we go. It's 7-7 game here. Packers at the 3-yard line, and it's first and goal. Once again, making them work for it. Here we go. First play up. Aaron Rodgers under center, and this is in the second quarter, 6 minutes left, tie game. Here we go. Play action pass. Aaron Rodgers flings it, and I love this play. This is such a great play here by Aaron Rodgers in this Packers team. Once again, this is a great quarterback you're going against in the red zone right here, and you're still making them work for it. Once again, why we can still buy this Cardinals team, defense, all of that heading into next week, even though they lost this game. So Aaron Rodgers tries to fling this ball to Mercedes Lewis, the tight end, in the end zone. And what a one-handed snag here by Mercedes Lewis. Unfortunately, did not get that second foot inbound, so it is resulted into an incomplete pass. But can we shout out Mercedes Lewis for a half a second right here? I mean, the OG tight ends in this league. I mean, we already put Mercedes Lewis on our tight end big board of kind of NFL grades every single week. Mercedes Lewis has already had a good grade for getting it done. I mean, this man, is old, aging out of this league. I don't want to call him old as heck. Let's call him aging out of this league a little bit. And he almost had a huge, great snag. But once again, compliment this Cardinals defense, not allowing really anything else open. And yeah, this may have looked open, but they kind of forced them in the back of the end zone. This is Mercedes Lewis. It's not like he's a Kyle Pitts or a Darren Waller or a Travis Kelce or George Kittle. He's still solid. We're not disrespecting Mercedes Lewis here, but well done by the Cardinals defense to kind of know where everybody is on the field and know that, okay, we can let Mercedes Lewis behind us like a yard from the back of the end zone, because we know he's not the most gifted athletically, that he can kind of be toe tapping, one-handed catch and toe tapping. I love Mercedes Lewis, but that's not him, folks, at all. No way. So great defense right there by the Cardinals. It's an incomplete pass. Once again, a great strike by Aaron Rodgers just to give him a chance. And unfortunately, that toe just comes out right out of bounds. Unfortunate. But then they have to go to second and goal now because that's an incomplete pass. So let's watch what they do on second and goal. Once again, making them work for it. It's a play action pass. And Aaron Rodgers throws this ball way behind and could have been picked. This could have been picked in the end zone, folks. Unfortunately, the defender couldn't hang on to it. And we're going to get a better look here. Let's go to this next replay. Is it here? Oh, yeah, we'll get a great look right here. Number 7, Murphy. I mean, that should have been a pick. Well done by the Packers receiver to turn into a defender and kind of tip the ball away. But once again, well done. The Cardinals making them work for it in the red zone. And that sets up third and goal. Empty backfield here by Aaron Rodgers. Let's see what he can do with it here. Aaron Rodgers dropping back to pass and tries to hit a fade. And once again, this Cardinals defense making Aaron Rodgers put the ball 1,000,000,000% on the money for a chance to have a completion in the red zone. Here we go, nothing open here, and Aaron Rodgers puts it really well. I mean, he puts it real well right there. Unfortunate, good defense by the defender there, all over him. I don't think this should have been called for pass interference. It wasn't, but we see Matt LaFleur kind of jumping on the sideline, being like, oh, that's pass interference. I think this is great defense down here in the red zone, and unfortunately, I believe that's Randall Cobb could not bring the ball in, and that's why they have to settle for the field goal right there. So once again, we get this Packers team, Aaron Rodgers looking good on some plays, the defense kind of crowding it, and I want to bring this back to last season. I mean, that's what killed this Packers team in the playoffs, not getting it done in the red zone, and now here they are against another really good team defensively, offensively, just an overall really great team in the Cardinals, and still little kind of hit and miss here in the red zone, not 100% on the money. Aaron Rodgers, the play calling, all that, just not all lining up, even though we get glimpses of Aaron Rodgers. I mean, these two throws right here in the red zone, these were really good passes by Aaron Rodgers, just unfortunately the overall team not scoring in the red zone. They've got to do a little bit better of a job. Let's get these numbers in perspective here. Let's see what Green Bay has been doing. Once again, I don't think these numbers are reflective of what happened last night, but Green Bay in the red zone, they've been in the red zone 24 times. They score on 79% of the trips, but only on 58% do they score a touchdown. So once again, having to settle for field goals basically on kind of like a 50-50 pace right here. And once again, exactly what we saw. 4 trips, 2 touchdowns, 1 field goal, 1 no-pointer. So we still could buy this Packers team. We're going to probably buy this Packers team as much as we can. But we have to kind of know the red zone could still potentially not be their friend right here. And if they do lose this season, it's really going to come down to these red zone trips, especially since the way this Packers team is winning this season by all scrappy, close games, never really blowing it out. Games are going to come down to, did you score in the red zone all times, or did you have to settle for field goals on the majority of the time? That's what this Packers team is going to come down to for the most part. And we saw them a little bit flounder here on the road against the Cardinals. So, 3 great lockups right there by this Cardinals defense, and the Packers have to settle for a field goal. All right, now here we go. Another red zone trip. This one results into a touchdown. Is this the touchdown one, or is this I think this is, hey, did they have 2 they had 2 turnover on drives in the red zone. Fantastic. By the Cardinals defense. But here we go. I believe this is another. No, this is a touchdown one. This is a touchdown one. I apologize. All right, this is touchdown drive here in the red zone, but let's see how they have to work for it here, folks. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers, they're up 3 here, 10-7 in the third quarter, and they're at the 14-yard line of Arizona. Aaron Rodgers hands off the ball. It picks up good yardage there, 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3, but they're ready to lock up again here. Once again, field starts to shrink the more yards you get here in the red zone. Now we get 2nd and 3 from the 7-yard line. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers in the shotgun. Cardinals defense ready to lock up. Motion before the snap, and it's Aaron Rodgers shorting this ball once again. Aaron Rodgers not being 100% here in the red zone. And folks, what we've been talking about for like the last 20 minutes right here, it's so, what I'm saying is so, it's not so minuscule, but I'm obviously not weighing this like 1,000%. I'm not saying this Packers team is trash, folks, by saying that they struggle a little bit in the red zone. And I'm not saying this Cardinals team is so amazing in the red zone. But what we're seeing here is Aaron Rodgers, once again, not 100%. And when you're facing great teams, when the games are on the line, big games, Aaron Rodgers, he talks about himself as kind of the greatest quarterback of all time. The fans think that Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback of all time. So this is the context that we're putting it into. This is what we need to expect the greatest quarterback of all time to do. Be 1,000,000,000%, not even 1,000,000,000,000. I'll go 1,000,000,000% accurate in the red zone, not maybe in every game, but in the games that truly matter, the big games. Once again, Aaron Rodgers not getting it done in the red zone last year in the NFC Championship game, folks, and against the best team in the NFL coming into the game, the Cardinals. Once again, a little, we're not saying it's big, folks, it's a little bit not getting it done. And we put it into context where he's talked about as the greatest of all time. So we expect this to be better than what it was, because here we go on 2nd and 3. He shorts this ball. This is on Aaron Rodgers. Just a quick flip, and he underthrows this ball by a yard or two, and the receiver can't even catch it. This is a wide receiver screen, and the only thing that quarterbacks can do on screens, wide receiver screens, running back screens, tight end screens, is put the ball on the money to give the receiver a kind of a jump start to go forward. You just have to place the ball accurate here, and here's Aaron Rodgers not getting it done. Which brings up 3rd and goal. Let's see what this Cardinals defense does. Here we go. 3rd and 3 from the 7-yard line. Do the Cardinals have one good stop in them? Motion. They're going to hand off this ball, and boom, boom, they're right there. No yard gain. Brings up 4th and 3. Now the Packers are going to get this one on 4th and 3, but once again, this Cardinals defense in the red zone making you work for it. This is not an easy out here at all. If you're going to put up points here on this Cardinals defense, you're going to work for it. And if it has to take you 4 plays to get kind of 10 yards, that's just unfortunate. It's hard to stop one play, folks. 4 straight when in high pressure filled situations, not getting it done every single time, but getting it done kind of 50-50. That's a great start. Absolutely. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers on 4th and 3. Let's see what he does here. Here we go. He's just going to call a timeout. Unfortunate. Timeout there. Clock was running down. All right, here we go. Now back to 4th and 3. Aaron Rodgers. Boom, a perfect pass right here. And once again, this is what we get with Aaron Rodgers. We know he's great. We're not saying he's trash. What we're critiquing is just, I don't want to call it nitpicking. I'm really not nitpicking. It's still something that we are seeing out here. But we're only really focusing heavy on this because it's Aaron Rodgers, the greatest of all time. And if y'all throw that word around like it doesn't mean anything, like it has no weight. Folks, there can only be one greatest quarterback of all time, folks. And so far it should be Tom Brady, but y'all want to say it's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers flounders a little bit here in the red zone. Yes, he can still get it done, but folks, it's not every single time. And it's kind of 50-50. It's really kind of 50-50 here in the red zone. So Aaron Rodgers, a good ball right here. It's low and away, exactly where it needs to be on 4th and 3, and they pick up the first down. And then on the next play, bringing up a new set of downs here on 1st and goal. I think they score on the 1st and goal play. Let's see how they do it. All right, here we go. Aaron Rodgers in the shotgun. Here we go. Snaps it. Play action fake, and then boom, a great ball right here to Randall Cobb in the back of the end zone, kind of a back shoulder fade, and this is good defense still by this Cardinals team. Really, this ball wasn't really that wide open. We see the corner looking back toward the ball right here in great position, but then he turns his head at the last second, takes his eye off the ball, and his arm comes about 2 inches away from not hitting this ball. So once again, this was still good defense by the Cardinals, just a really great throw by Aaron Rodgers, and a little bit of a bad play by the corner at the last second. We'll get a better angle look, and then this is where the famous meme image of Aaron Rodgers is coming from. But I mean, just look at this. His arm is literally just an inch away because he takes his eyes off the ball at the very last second, folks. Let me see if I can pause this at the exact moment right here. We'll try one more time. Here we go. Just look at it, and then the ball just right past his arm right there. Great catch there by Randall Cobb, and they do give up the touchdown there on that red zone drive. Now let's go to this next one. I believe they score a touchdown on this drive as well. Is this a touchdown? Let me double check. This is a touchdown drive. Yes. Okay. So here they go. 1st and 10 from the 10 in the red zone. Here we go. What do they look like? Aaron Rodgers under center, and he just has to throw this ball away to no receiver. Throws it in the back of the offensive lineman. Once again, great job by this Cardinals defense. Now we get 2nd and 10, making them work for it. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers, set up screen, and a great rally to the ball right there to really only give up 3 yards. Great defense by the Cardinals, setting up a 3rd and 5 from about the 5-yard line. All right, we're at the end of the 3rd quarter, start of the 4th quarter right here. And let's watch this play. Here we go, 3rd and 5, once again, making them work for it. Aaron Rodgers throws this ball amazing right here, and unfortunate, there was a small window right there that the Cardinals just didn't cover. It's Randall Cobb over the middle of the field, and Aaron Rodgers sees it and puts it right on the money. Boom, just a half a step behind again, but still overall real tight coverage. Number 7 getting burned again right here. Unfortunate night and 2 unfortunate plays by the man, but once again making them work for it. And then the best one right here. Here we go at the end of the game. Packers on the 1-yard line. They're up 3. They want to ice out this game. First and goal from the 1. Aaron Rodgers under center. What do? They hand it off, and they call touchdown on the field, and this one was real controversial. I will kind of agree. I don't know how you overturn this one. There is no clear-cut evidence. I think this replay is kind of the replay that you get the best look at, but then you can't really gauge the distance. So you do see his butt hit the ground right now. He's down, but you can't see where this ball is in relation to the goal line. You can't overturn this call, really, but they do. They said, hey, he fell short. So once again, first and goal from the 1. This Cardinals defense steps up big. Give them credit. The call was reversed. That's what the ruling was. That's what our thinking has to be. Very well done there. So now it brings up second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Here we go. This Cardinals defense ready to make another stop. Aaron Rodgers under center. They hand it off, and this time, not close, not controversial, did not get in. Another great stop there by the Cardinals defense. Sets up third and goal. Here we go. Third and goal. And then once again, Aaron Rodgers right here. A little bit of a miscue in the red zone. Play clock is winding down. The receiver's not getting set right, and he just kind of walks away. And has a little bit of, well, what do you want me to do? We've got no timeouts. I'm not going to snap this ball. They take the delay of game and now set up 3rd and 5, or 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. So Aaron Rodgers making it hard on himself now. Once again, Aaron Rodgers not 100% great here in the red zone. And here we go. He's going to take off and run with it right here, answering all of our questions. Remember, all of this offseason when we've been breaking down Aaron Rodgers' playoff performances, never really seeing him take off with it in the red zone, even though there was plenty of opportunities to do so. And even last year in the NFC Championship game, some opportunities of him just to tuck it and run it instead of trying to, force it in like a 1% window that would lead to a pass completion for the touchdown. And he didn't run with it. And now we finally get him running with it here, and he comes up a yard short, a half a yard short right there, which brings up 4th and goal. 4th and goal. Look at Aaron Rodgers. He tried his damnedest. I give him credit for the try right there. Comes up just a half a yard short. Once again, great rally by the Cardinals defense. And now it sets up 4th and goal, and they decide to go for it. Was Aaron Rodgers chirping in Matt LaFleur's ear, some things that can affect that decision? Obviously, Aaron Rodgers going on Jeopardy and saying, hey, we shouldn't have kicked the field goal right there in the playoffs. We get Aaron Rodgers potentially could be walking out the door of Green Bay. So Matt LaFleur, was he trying to make Aaron Rodgers happy? I don't think this is the smartest decision. Take the points, make it a 6-point lead, make the Cardinals score a touchdown to win the game. But they don't do that. They trust Aaron Rodgers. Once again, not 100% getting it done in the red zone, folks. Once again, take it with context of who we're talking about. Obviously, we're not going to hold Teddy Bridgewater or who are the Daniel Jones, Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow quite yet. We're not going to hold them to really even Dak Prescott or Kyla Murray quite yet, or Lamar Jackson quite yet. We're not going to hold them to this high of a standard because they're not in the greatest of all time category argument right now, folks. Take it into context. Everything is nuanced. Not everything applies to every single situation, every single player, every single team. There is some nuances here. Here we go. Aaron Rodgers, highly regarded as the greatest of all time. This is why we're kind of going down into the nitty-gritty. But here we go. 4th and goal. Aaron Rodgers. Shotgun. Aaron Rodgers in the shotgun on 4th and goal. Why not just hand it off from under center? But they have it. Aaron Rodgers, a little bit of a kind of a maybe play action read option right here. He fakes the give to the running back, pulls it down quickly. You've got some receivers on the goal line, but Aaron Rodgers tries to flick it up. But once again, great defense by the Cardinals to bat the ball down. No chance at a completion right there. Once again, great job overall in this game by the Cardinals defense. They make you work for it in the red zone, folks. So those are our two big takeaways in this game. This red zone defense for the Cardinals is very, very good, folks. Why we have high buyability, believability, bettability in this Cardinals team overall. We already know the offense is fantastic. Kyla Murray is looking fantastic. DeAndre Hopkins, fantastic. AJ Green, for the most part, this season has been fantastic, except for the last play of this game, unfortunately. And Aaron Rodgers, still a little bit of 50-50. A lot of miscues by him on this kind of 4 drives in the red zone. Yes, they were still able to come away with touchdowns. We understand that. That's how great Aaron Rodgers is. But if he wants to kind of be regarded as greatest of all time, if he wants to get back to the Super Bowl, you've got to clean it up really passing wise, schematic. I'm not going to put this all on Aaron Rodgers right here. Also not having his full complement of wide receivers, but still at the end of the day, we need to score touchdowns in the red zone, and they left a couple of points here on the board. So overall, a great entertaining game that came right down to the wire here. Packers win 24-21 over the Cardinals, hand them their first loss of the season. Should the Cardinals have lost this game? They really shouldn't have lost it. Well done by the Packers of making the plays and taking what the offense gave them. Hey, the offense gave him that free ball. He took it. Fantastic. Packers get the win, and we will definitely increase them because this was still an overall great performance by the Packers. I'm not saying this is a bad performance, folks. It's not. Everything is not just black and white and being like, well, I said some negative things about Aaron Rodgers today, I must be 100% off the Packers. No, folks, and y'all know that's not what I'm saying because that's what I'm telling y'all I'm not saying. So please, y'all relax on me. Alrighty. So that was Thursday Night Football from last night. Great, entertaining game. And, Aaron Rodgers, after the game, told Kyla Murray, hey, we'll see you in the playoffs. Now, that I don't think I love by Aaron Rodgers. It's like, okay, you kind of got bailed out in this game. And now, they probably will see each other in the playoffs. But, Aaron Rodgers, you better be ready for next game in the playoffs. If you do see him there, you better be ready to ball out there to win that game. So, Packers get the 24-21 win.